Okay, so welcome to Movement Monday with Ben Thomas.
Thank you so much, Emily. Welcome to Sustainability. Today is Movement Monday. I'm going with no script. I'm just going to talk to you straight up as is. It's Monday. Hopefully, you're not living in the past. You're living in the present and the future as well. So today is a day to ground yourself. And I am feeling pumped because today I was able to see a lot of things I set in motion 3 months ago start in the same day. So I do want to celebrate a major win. I started working with my first intern from Belmont at Pivot Nest Laboratories. It is my third intern at this company, but the first from Belmont in particular. She's a content strategist. She's a social media, person, and she's actually an audio engineer as well. So she's gonna really, take well with what I'm building here. It's great to have some help and also to be able to learn from someone who's young and motivated. And it was really exciting because I thought I was going to come at it with this stuffy perspective where I just say, hey, here's what we need done and, get it done. But she was able to say, hey, what if we try this? What if we try this? And even ideas that are relevant to the company, she has a lot of value to add. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity. And then next on my list in regards to education is working alongside the MTSU Professional Academy of Selling. They're building a dormitory there, and I may be doing some events at the Student Life Center before the end of the year. So it's really great because this brings me back to the main point of I didn't go to college. My mother, she said, hey, you don't have to go to college. Are you going to go? And I remember I was a child, and I told her that students would work for me. And when I was in my junior year of high school, I had an intern from Belmont, and we actually started a business when I graduated. And that was the first music studio that I ran solo outside of Rocketown. So it's a blessing. So I guess this is my fifth or sixth intern in my career, all the way from back when I was in high school. So I'm really excited. And so that brings me to the point of the day, which is leverage. You can't do anything alone, and you often have support even in places where you may not think you have it. I have a lot of motion right now, all across the globe from my actual friends and partners. On the CD side, I have a partner who's out making content for us in Thailand right now. And it was a great, kind of occurrence because I realized, man, I need content. I'm going to Vegas. I got to promote this business. I got to tell my story. But guess what? My friends in Thailand doing the exact thing that I'm passionate of. So I paid for the content, and he's making videos about representing us in Thailand. And it means a lot to be able to be a sponsor and to be able to support my ideas going around the globe. So today's point of leverage is just because you want it done doesn't mean you have to do it. Like I want global content around Clean Distro. I don't have to go to Thailand myself. My friends living there with a one-way ticket for the next 30 days. And so that's an opportunity for both of us. Now when he's talking to shop owners, when he's networking, he has another thing to promote. And it gets him excited because he's able to make content and get paid for it. When he's an arts grad, so it's a great alignment. So outside of an intern, maybe there's a friend that you can trust with an assignment that isn't to your detriment. I always say don't hire your friend, but maybe trust your friend with something that's exciting that they actually want to do, that they'll do for free, that you'll actually end up paying them for because they're going to do such a great job. A lot of times we overlook the value in our relationships, and sometimes we over and undervalue them. So we're talking about leverage. So, you know, you don't want to overdo your team. You want to make sure that you have conscious over, your team and whose priorities are what. So we're going to relate this right now to Monday. So today's Monday. You might feel like it's the start of your week, but it's actually the second day of the week. So hopefully yesterday you were preparing for today and you knew what you needed done. And hopefully over the weekend, you were having fun. You were out networking. maybe meeting new people, maybe building on the relationships you have, and hopefully you didn't separate, entirely your life from your business and from your career and your strategy, to where over this weekend, a lot of the partnerships and people that I like to work with closely, I was able to add value there, have natural conversations to where this Monday, a lot of decisions were made, a lot of projects were able to move up the pipeline, because over the weekend I wasn't selfish with my time. I allowed people to reach me, and that way I'm living in the future. So I already know where we're going to be Wednesday in regards to Friday, because I'm in a perpetuity of thinking about the past in regards to the present, in regards to the future. So that's my kind of big roundabout today, is how much are you considering what has been done in regards to what needs to be done later? And do you have support? And where do you actually need support? Do you need to hire someone? Is there somebody that you know who's great at this that'll probably just do it for a few bucks? Where in your life can you find leverage to make sure that the things that you dealt with in the past don't reoccur in the future, and make sure that you're planting seeds so they're going to grow up into fruition later? So literally last Monday, I had an interview with my new intern. Try not to say her name. And literally, I said, "Hey, today's a hiring decision. You'll start next Monday," and that gave my team a whole week to put together the framework. And so today, the first thing she did was, an audit on our social media, and I was able to find all kinds of things that I wouldn't naturally look for because it's an assignment. So now I know the engagement for our Building Trust podcast. I know, how the shorts are performing. I know that we don't have a TikTok and we need to execute that. All the things that I kind of been overlooking, that I have that anxiety of, oh, I gotta look, I gotta look. I was able to have someone to actually do that with, and then we'll be doing content on a daily basis in perpetuity. So, guys, I mean, knowing how to plant a seed so it can grow later, so you can pluck fruit from it, is an immaculate talent. Not everybody has it, so you just got to think about preparing for a harvest. You're not doing something just to do it. We're not creating assignments for busy work. We want to make decisions so we can take action later. If I did not decide to hire her that day, I would have been spinning my wheels, trying to draw up documents, trying to worry about something that needs to just happen. So, guys, let it happen. There's this one cool Tame Impala song that just goes, "Let it happen." Do it like that, man. You gotta let it just happen. You know what I'm saying? Things are supposed to work seamlessly. So if something feels like it's taking a lot of work, a lot of effort, it might not be in alignment, guys. If you have to fight for something, if you have to keep reminding somebody, keep going on, and it's causing you stress, you got to let it go, because Movement Monday is all about the things that make sense. Starting your day, starting your week around rationale and knowing where you are in the present. So hopefully your Sunday is similar. Hopefully every day of your week is as well. So today's Movement Monday, we had a conversation about leverage. If you're interested in having business support, we are now oursustainedability.com, where you can access the human readiness score to see your preparedness for different battles in life and in business. And now you're also able to stream fully live from the Our Sustained Ability website. We'll also get the sustained.studio link live here soon. We are doing this in partnership with the Spirit of the Game Foundation and the World of Ability Network. Our goal is to give back with every membership and with every governance support client that we bring on. And then we also want to invite you out to the Building Trust podcast. That's through the Trusted Trade Hub, the membership organization that I co-founded with Aaron Schroer. We really appreciate your support. And remember, you can't get anything done unless you plant the seed now, which is just getting prepared for tomorrow so you can have a harvest tomorrow. So just remember, you're not just living in the present, you're relating the past to the future, because today is going to become yesterday. So hopefully tomorrow we're thinking about where we're going to be. So remember, what's fun gets done. This is Sustainability with Benjamin Ariel Thomas, And remember, you can call me at 615-821-9662. Thank you so much and have a great day.